What's up, y'all? It's the Honest Movie Guy, and I'm back with day 15 of the 31 Days of Horror. Today, I want to review a movie that is one of my favorites. It is a sequel to a movie we already reviewed this month. It is called Scream 4. I think it's made around 2010, 2011. I watched this movie, I think, a year after it had come out. It kind of reinvigorated my love for the Scream franchise because I hadn't seen one in a while, and then I didn't even know this one came out. So when I stumbled upon it, I was so happy, and then brought back my love for the Scream franchise. It is honestly the best sequel in the Scream franchise, and I'll show you know why in this review. So for those that have forgotten, this is how it works. First, I give you a synopsis of the movie, then I give you a spoiler-free review of the movie, and finally, I give you my honest rating and my honest recommendation. So let's jump in. The synopsis for Scream 4 reads: 10 years have passed, and Sidney Prescott, who has put herself back together, thanks in part to her writing, is visited by the Ghostface killer. Alright, so that synopsis is kind of vague. First, I just want to let anyone know who's wondering, you do not need to see Scream 2 or 3 to watch Scream 4. There's not any huge, I guess, mentions about Scream 2 or 3 in this movie, so it kind of doesn't really matter if you've seen Scream 2 or 3. You can just watch Scream 4. It's good to have seen the first Scream. If you haven't, it's not a big deal, but it is a lot of a better experience watching the movie if you've already seen the first Scream. Now, the plot's very vague. Typical Scream movie. If you haven't seen it, or if you haven't seen one, there's a killer running around in a ghost face mask. You don't know who it is. Now, it's kind of the same thing. Sidney is a huge author now. She wrote a book, I think, about the killings. No, not about the killings. About, I guess, getting through her darkness and all that. And a killer comes back to Woodsboro and starts to kill people when she's on a book tour in her hometown. Now, this movie is exactly like any other Scream movie. You know, it's got its moments of comedy and horror. So, literally from the first scene of the movie, it's literally making fun of itself and other slasher movies. So I love that aspect of it. I love the comedy that was back. This movie had better comedy than the previous two because I wasn't crazy for the previous, especially Scream 3 was kind of but this one kind of brings it back to the original elements of the first movie. In terms of the horror, I like some of the kills. I like how they were very realistic. And they were full of suspense. You know, at some points, as usual, any Scream or slasher flick, you think someone's going to get away, and then they don't. So I really love that aspect of it. So in terms of the plot, what I really like about the plot in this one is it kind of brought everything back full circle. It mixed like the old generation, like Sidney, Courtney Cox's character of Gail, David Arquette, and Dewey. And then also brought in the new generation with Hayden Panettiere and Emma Roberts' character. So I really like how they mixed that together. I thought the suspense about who the killer was a lot better than some of the previous sequels. You didn't really know who it was, what was going on. So I really love that. Kind of brought it back to the elements of the first one where we had absolutely no idea who it was. So something I really loved about this movie was its ending, or I guess the climax to the ending. It was full of suspense. You know, typical Scream movies, you don't know who the killer was, and it kept building, but then the twist of who it was, wow. At the time when I first saw it, I honestly wasn't really picking up on much or looking around for extra details. I was just like absorbed in watching the movie. So it blew my mind when I saw it, and then I thought, damn, like this is the end. And then even when you think it's finished, it keeps on going. So I really love that aspect because the previous Scream movies, it was kind of just cliche like, oh, it's this person and that person. But this one had a whole new twist that, honestly, I didn't see coming. So I really love that aspect of this film. Definitely one up the previous sequels to the Scream franchise and showed that, you know what? These writers and director actually had a vision for this movie to make it better than better than the previous sequels that have come out. Now, I need to give this movie a 6.1. I'm giving this movie a 6.5. I do not believe it's just worth a 6. It brings back a lot of the elements from the first Scream movie in terms of the comedy, the horror, and it comes with a very good twist at the end that, honestly, we can't we can't say we haven't seen already because we've seen the first Scream, but it was the best twist in regards to who the killer was that we've seen since the first Scream movie. So I have to commend the director or the writer, whoever came up with it, for bringing some somewhat originality back to it and giving us a twist that a lot of people probably won't see coming. So go out, watch Scream 4, and enjoy the movie. That's it for this video. I am the Honest Movie Guy. Make sure to like and subscribe below, and tune in to more videos for the 31 Days of Horror.